Hey everybody, welcome to Divine Conversations. I'm Eric. Thank you for joining me. If you're new to the channel, it's great to meet you. Thank you so much for watching, for tuning in. If you are returning to the channel, it's great to see you again. Welcome. So, in this video, I'm just going to be pulling some daily messages from Spirit for those of us on a twin flame journey, for the Twin Flame Collective. This is going to be just general messages. This reading is going to be similar to the readings I posted for the signs, for the zodiac signs. I started with oracle cards from the Oracle of Visions by Ciro Marchetti, and then I pulled some clarifiers from the tarot deck. This is the Gilded Tarot, also by Ciro Marchetti. So I really liked how that worked, and I really love this deck, guys. I really love this deck. So I want to work with it more. So I'm going to be doing that kind of setup today for the Twin Flames. And it's going to be a general overall message. So it's a combination between the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine energies. So I'm going to be, just pulling the cards and then reading what I come up with, the cards tell me about through my intuition, about whether this applies to either Divine Feminine or Divine Masculine or both. And then I'll pull some clarifiers just to get a little deeper message. Okay, so let's get started. So here we go. Spirit, thank you so much for today. Please clear channel for the Twin Flames. What messages do you have for us today? What messages do you have for us today? For those of us on a Twin Flame journey, what is it we can be focusing on? And I am recording this on a Friday, so I'm going to say, what is it we can be focusing on today and over the weekend? Yeah. What are some central themes for us right now, both Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine? What's going on with us? Yeah, one more shuffle. What messages do you have for us, the Twin Flames, today? Thank you so much, Spirit. Thank you so much. All right. So, okay, yeah. The overall message here for today is number 5. In this card, we're seeing a woman who's embarking on a journey. She's going somewhere new. When I see this card and I see all the birds up here, a lot of the time, what are these? I'm not sure what kind of birds these are. But when I see them, I see new knowledge that is working as the sails for this ship. And the tree in the center, growing out of the ship here, is what the birds are attached to, it looks like. So this is an established being, an established situation sometimes. That's what I'm getting from the tree being there. But the birds being the sail is like new knowledge has come to, new wisdom has come into play. And so that's what's driving this ship. And so for the twins here, I feel like for both masculine and feminine sides, new information is driving a movement forward to a new situation, whether that be a new social setting, new social surrounding, a new job, a new home, a new direction in life. Like I'm picking up if, you're changing careers or maybe trying to go back to school to change careers. That's what's coming up here. Specific messages for the Divine Masculine. Obviously, Divine Masculine, you've been going through a lot of transformation, a lot of change. There's a lot of illumination that's been happening in your life recently, and it's putting you on a brand new path. Yeah, and for the Divine Masculine, I'm being drawn to the light here. You see that light right there? That's kind of a representation of this newfound information here that's allowing you to set sail, and it's illuminating your path forward. For the Divine Feminine, this has a little bit of a different connotation. There is illumination here in this light, and there is brand new information here. Yeah, that's coming into play. But for you, Divine Feminine, you're kind of just like, you're really stepping off on your own. And I just heard, as I said, stepping off on your own, I heard without the Divine Masculine in sight. It's like you're moving forward without consideration as to where your Divine Masculine is. And in some cases, it's because you're fed up. You're tired of waiting for him. You're tired of wondering whether or not this is actually going to happen, blah, blah, blah. And I'm not going to say that's all that malicious. I'm not going to say that's all that bad. I mean, you're in that situation, you're kind of just putting yourself first, which is absolutely what we need to be doing anyway. And I don't mean that in a selfish way. Like, we still have to be caring and compassionate and open to helping those around us. But if we just put everyone else before ourselves all the time, which is something that feminine energies tend to do, we in essence put ourselves on the back burner, and then, our life becomes all about the other people around us and not about us. So in this situation, I see the Divine Feminine is literally just saying, you know what? I'm going to let you do what you're doing. And I'm just going to go. I'm going to go my way. I'm going to do what I need to do for myself. And I'm not going to sit here and wait for you anymore. Especially after, the reading that I did yesterday, where I was feeling so elated and, things were really happening and blah, 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 and it was a really good reading. By the time I got to last night, there were some things that I had witnessed that I was just like, and there was a choice that I made, and it left me feeling really sad. And I was looking at and that choice that I made was to honor myself first, which left me feeling a little bit sad, to be honest. And so I was looking at the juxtaposition of between yesterday morning and how the day ended, and I was like, okay, well, I guess it makes sense that I was so excited, because by the time I got to the end of the day, I ended up making a choice to honor myself first, and to be quite honest, that is absolutely facilitating the manifestation of that which I desire. It just sucks a little right now. You know what I mean? Excuse me. So, Divine Feminine, a lot of you are dealing with that. You're setting off on your own for your sake only, not for the sake of what everyone else wants you to do, but you're doing it for yourself now. I hear sisters are doing it for themselves. You know what I mean? Like, that's the kind of vibe I'm getting right now for the Divine Feminine. For the Divine Masculine, you're continuing on your voyage. You're really stepping into your own power, your own identity, and moving forward with it, and that's great. And you're using this newfound light that you have developed to guide you. Okay, all right, let's move on to the next cards. I'm gonna pull 3 here. Wow. Okay. All right. So the first card we have here is card 12. And this is depicting a guardian angel intently watching over this young fetus here that's growing, with intentions for this person to be born into the material world, and the guardian angel will continue with the child on their journey. And this is absolutely speaking to both twins. Absolutely speaking to both twins. And what this is saying to me is the two of you, both masculine and feminine energies that are embarking on your brand new thing, you're intently protecting yourself, your newfound self, your new mission, your new journey. You're intently watching over it and protecting it. Divine Masculine, there are a lot of energies around you that are still trying to knock you off your path. knock you off of this newfound sense of self that you have, make you doubt yourself in this new path that you're taking, and you're not letting that happen. That's what this card is telling me. You're not letting that happen. You're not taking your eye off the prize, and the prize is this new manifestation that's in gestation. Yeah. For the Divine Feminine, it's very similar. But for you, it's on a deeper personal level, because while the Divine Masculine is finding this new sense of self, yes, it's still materially oriented. Like, there are spiritual aspects of it, don't get me wrong. The Divine Masculine is diving deeper into his spirituality, but the Divine Feminine is still much further along than the Divine Masculine is. So for you, Divine Feminine, I mean, this angel's intent look is like everything. Like, that's really all I see when I think of the Divine Feminine in relation to this card. Like, we are so deep, and we've become so intent on nurturing ourselves, loving ourselves, giving ourselves the things we always wanted someone else to give us, right? Providing for ourselves the way we wanted to be provided for. We're so intent on that. And we're not going to let anyone... I want to cry right now. We're not going to let anyone stop us, because we deserve it. We've always deserved it. I'm going to fucking start crying. I'm sorry, guys. Please excuse me if I start crying, but excuse me. This is pretty heavy. This is and also I'm still going through a really serious purge. Like, there's a lot of toxins that are being purged from my body right now. So please excuse any sniffling or coughing, but there's a really heavy energy around us today. Like, yesterday, the energy was so lighthearted and happy and like promising, and then shit got real. I'm just gonna say it. Shit got real last night, and it's continuing into today. So there's some heavy shit going on, and I say that because our next card here is card number 43. And if you look at this card, I mean, this card just screams vanity to me. And if you look, the number is 43, which boils down to a 7. So this is a deep, deep spiritual message. And most of the message is for the Divine Masculine. While many of you are figuring yourselves out, learning about yourselves, connecting deeper into spirituality, many of you have not let go of this just vain and egotistical and materialistic sense of self. And guys, ladies and gentlemen of the masculine persuasion, it is time to let that go. Because I'll tell you right now, the more you hold on to those lower energies of vanity, of materialism, lust, egotism, selfishness. Look, I mean, she is all about me. And I understand, Divine Masculine, I understand that you are embarking on this newfound journey. You're learning about yourself. You're learning new things about yourself. But that is not that does not give you an express right to just be even more selfish than you were to start with. All right? I mean, these are some tough love messages coming through, guys, but for the Divine Feminine, I want to caution you against falling into this kind of energy too, because, and the Divine Feminine is in a moment right now where it is very easy to slip into that. It's very easy to be in the mindset of, well, I've spent so much time giving to others that I'm just going to give to myself now, and then before you know it, you've become extremely egocentric. It's easy to do that. So for Divine Feminine, that is a caution for you. But this message right here is mostly for the Divine Masculine. Y'all have to let go of the egotism and the materialism. This is connecting back to a message that I pulled for a few weeks ago for the Divine Masculine. And it was the message was for the Divine Masculine from the Feminine. And the Divine Feminine was saying, look, we know that you're working so hard on your finances and all that, and we get that. We love you for it. We really appreciate it, but we don't need all that. We don't need all that. I mean, as long as we've got, I'm working towards my own stability. You've been working hard on your stability. As long as we have enough to survive and be happy and comfortable, that's really all we need. Right? At least that's how I feel about it, personally. And then the last card we get from this Oracle deck is card number 41. And this talks about introspection, really going deep and seeing the real person behind the mask. And this absolutely is connected with this card in 43 about the extreme vanity and egotism and materialism that's being exhibited by many in the Divine Masculine collective. You really need to take some time to understand who the real person is behind all of this. What is the real driving force for all of your actions? What are your true desires? Who are you really? And that goes for the Divine Feminine too. I mean, the Divine Feminine, we're really digging down deep and finding the being within, connecting with our desires, connecting with our mission, connecting with the things we really want to be doing in life, how we want to show up for the world, how we want to provide for ourselves and for our families, how we want to serve our soul missions, how we want to serve as a light worker, yeah? And that goes for the Divine Masculine too. But honestly, straight up, guys, Divine Masculine, you've got some serious work to do when it comes to letting go of egotism and materialism. I keep saying that, but that is the message that keeps coming. Like, that is a serious message right now. Pride. Drop the pride. You all know the saying, pride goeth before the fall. I think I want to move on to... Okay, I'm going to move on to clarifiers now. Excuse me. So, Spirit, let's clarify some of this for us, yeah? Please and thank you. Yeah, I'm going to clarify some of these messages for the twins on the Twin Flame Collective on a Twin Flame journey. Let's do some clarifying for the twins. Please, Spirit. Please and thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, we're good. All right. So, clarifying here, we have the Ten of Cups and the Five of Swords. That is a really interesting combination, guys. First, I'm seeing this as two messages. One for the Divine Feminine. In embarking on this journey, you're facilitating ultimate fulfillment for yourself. Okay? Simple. For the Divine Masculine, you are embarking on this journey, but you are being asked to pick your battles wisely. I feel like many of you, Divine Masculine, and I'm being drawn right back down. This is some heavy energy, guys. Many of you in the Divine Masculine side, with this newfound sense of self, are slipping back into old ways of being. Like you're taking this newfound sense of yourself, and instead of moving forward in a compassionate and loving and caring way, which is what we've been trying to learn here. It's about compassion, unconditional love, understanding for people in their different places in life. You're kind of defending yourself the way you used to defend things. Does that make sense? I'm not sure if this is landing correctly, but I feel like I'm hearing that some of you understand what I'm saying. If this really resonates with you, then you know what I'm talking about. But you're fighting these battles And this is a lose-lose situation. When it comes to the Five of Swords, yeah, this guy is victorious, but no one really wins here. Because this victory is like a gross like he won by means that are just not cute, that are gross. And sure, yeah, you won, but did you? Did you really win? I'm gonna leave it at that, because y'all understand what I'm saying. We've got the Wheel of Fortune here with the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, so while things are gestating, understand, we're in gestation here and we're protecting things. Understand that the wheel is turning. And we're asked to be patient. And as always, the wheel is always turning in our favor, whether we like it or not. Whether we like what we get or not. And there's a brand new start coming, a material start coming with the Ace of Pentacles. For the Divine Feminine, this is a brand new this could be a brand new financial start, a new career. A new solid foundation in your finances. For the Divine Masculine, it's pretty much the same thing. Like, I'm not really getting a difference from the masculine or feminine. It's just, what's different is their respective places in their journey, really. That's all that's different about it. So that's really just confirmation that, as things gestate, the wheel continues to turn and cycles continue to end and things come together and, loose ends are getting tied up and within divine timing, this new start will manifest. Okay? That could be union. It absolutely could be union. And the Wheel of Fortune is also talking to me about this card here and how these two cards are connected. Now, I know I've been pretty stern about this. I'm feeling a lot of this. I'm feeling a lot of resentment, to be quite honest. I am human myself. I'm going through this journey myself. I'm dealing with the emotions also. So this is a fresh thing. Like, I woke up this morning feeling like this, and I was like, all right, guys, we got to talk about it. So we're going to talk about it, and I'm going to be human about it. I'm not going to hide. I came out of the closet once. I'm not going back in. But anyway, what's happening here is the Divine Masculine is having to learn this lesson. Like, he's stripped away a lot of the really bad stuff that's been holding him back. So now, as he moves forward on his journey, he's being asked to pick his battles wisely. And he's also dealing with now the shadow side of, a deeper part of the shadow side that has more to do with the deeper lessons here than just the superficial face value things, if that's landing. Let's get some clarifiers. Oh my, the Ace of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles. Now, after all of this conversation that we've been having about this, and the tone in the message coming through here, it's quite refreshing to see the Ace of Cups come out of that. Because what that is telling me is this is absolutely a very necessary part of the cycle. This is very necessary. All of this vanity and egotism that's being brought to the surface is being brought to the surface for a reason. The wheel is drumming this stuff up, drumming this shit up. Just like all the phlegm that's coming out of my lungs right now. Sorry for such a gross example, but it's literally what I just thought of right now. Like, just like all of the toxins that are being expelled from my body personally right now, this is kind of more of the toxic energy that's being expelled from the Divine Masculine. And through doing this, a brand new emotional start comes. And this is mainly for the Divine Masculine on their individual journey. A brand new emotional start, emotional fulfillment on a brand new level is being facilitated by this. And ultimately, a more solid and stable individual is being birthed through this. Yes? I mean, like I said, this card here is mostly for the Divine Masculine. And so these clarifiers, that's what these clarifiers are talking about. All right, last, we have the Hanging Man and the Three of Wands. So, excuse me, so definitely, this card here, 41, is absolutely a Hanging Man situation. Excuse me, is absolutely a Hanging Man situation. Because we are in a point where we are introspective again. I mean, I don't think we're ever going to not be introspective. I don't think the universe or spirit is ever going to ask us to not be introspective. Let's just put that out there. But the clarifiers here are saying that this is a major spiritual step. Things are kind of up in the air right now. We're being asked to dissect ourselves, to really look to the deeper parts of ourselves. Because and we're looking to the deeper parts of ourselves, but not just to see it for shits and giggles. We're being asked to see it so that we can assimilate, so that we can integrate, so we can understand ourselves better, so that we can finally figure out how to get to that damn shit that's waiting for us. Right? The Three of Wands here is depicting a man that has made his choice and is either waiting for his ship to come in or is looking out at that ship saying, all right, now, how do I get to it? Because even when a ship comes in to land, it's not going to come straight up to the shore. It can't. You still have to get from the shore to the ship. So you need at least a rowboat, right? Well, fuck, where am I going to get that rowboat from? You know what I mean? So that's what this moment of introspection is. That's what this moment of dissection is. Because in many cases, I'm being drawn back here, in many cases, the ship has come in. We know what we want as a collective. But what's stopping us, what's blocking us, is this egotism. And that goes for the Divine Feminine too. I'm not going to lie. A lot of the Divine Feminine lately have been dealing with the matter of, well, how much do I take from, how much do I deal with this? How long am I supposed to wait for him? Is he even really doing his work? Well, let me just look up, let me just spy on him a little bit, see if he ain't doing shit. Not that, you know what, I hope you're following me because that stands in the way too. And I understand it. I've kind of been there, but at the same time, it's not helpful. It's not helpful at all. So we're being asked to dissect ourselves, to see deeper into how we're reacting to the situation and see how that is either putting obstacles in our way or helping move us forward. Because ultimately, we're all trying to get to that ship. We're all just sitting here waiting like, when is this going to happen? Even the Divine Masculine is like, well, damn, when is this going to happen? But we have to understand that the reason why it's not happening is mostly because we're standing in our own way. I mean, there is an element of divine timing going on. There is. So even when it comes to us standing in our own way, we have the time to work through it. We're being asked to be patient. So there is divine timing. But at the same time, y'all, you got to understand that you are your worst. You can be your worst enemy. We all can. So we're being asked to dissect and really look at ourselves. Who are we? We're also being asked to trust what we see, even if we don't like it. Because our intuition will never lie to us, will never lead us astray. Okay. I'm going to leave it there. I know that was pretty heavy, it was pretty rough, but it is what it is, right? No one ever said this journey was going to be easy. So we all just got to get through it the best we can. Thank you for joining me. If there's anything you want to discuss further about this, you can hit me up on Instant Go, or you can send me an email and I can do an in-depth reading for you. Again, thank you so much for joining me. Please like, subscribe, and comment if you feel so inclined. I always invite comments. I love hearing from you guys, and I really would like to continue this discussion. This is Divine Conversations, isn't it? All right. I love you all. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye.